are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Flexing on my downtime, working hard on the night shift. Limit heads on the quad, can't nobody mess up my squad. Yeah. Plotting on my scenery. Every day is a new step. Sending items to my idols, I risk that. I might get a wrist tap for fitting that intern, but fans that my functions will fix that. Wallet full of cars with my info on them. Really carry cash, but the cars they own me. Dudes wanna manage, but don't act like homies. I give them Rosa Parks, they homie. No, I'm sorry, cause I got to work my wrist on my own. Curse a message, can't spend another day in my home. Mama fed up with requests that come with hopes and alone. I gotta move along, cause I've been
writing on the body and lemon. When life gives you lemons, you make it daddy. Writing on the walls, I'm on. Writing on the walls, I'm on. Writing on the body and lemon. When life gives you lemons, you make it daddy. Writing on the walls, I'm on. Writing on the quad, I'm on.
woke up early on my grind, yeah, 23. Bless. No woman got the first turkey with my keys on the left side. Strong side, Jerry Harris with the vocal slide. To the left, I pick it down. No Mr. Nice Guy, bring the mitts out. And catch the fade, you think I fade, I'm on the list now. This leap of faith is so important, take a risk now. In the rear, I see some kids who got their wrists out. I'm going straight through. Leave at home, they get the rings, they still a breakthrough. The water shining fame, just remember who has made you. Cause when you elevate it, they gon' try to cut the cables. And let you fall into a waste, man. Don't let these talents go to waste, man. Knowledge is power, got my mind inside my waist, man. If they wanna test, I will hasten. Spur of the moment, got the heat, I'm Roger Mason, embrace it. They best trap in a full press. Can't stop the planet, turn a portrait to a fortress. Can't stop somebody when he know just where we going. Deep brown with the pump, no look, never showing. I'ma finish my jam, never showing my head, I'ma showing my head. I'ma finish my jam, never showing my head. Two echelons, that's supersonic. Leaping the city like supersonic. Said, yo, I never signed it, I'm self-made. I'm my own offspring. Get what you offering. A nightmare's off me, a coverage off me. If you catch off, but then I'm bagging that off me. And I'll put the off me and my white homie spot. Then why they thinking they fought too? No nothing like this, and it's not he is the wall, last name it is the ropes. Middle finger stretched if you thinking this a joke. I tell my friends I'm about to blow, 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 I'm about to blow. Back against the wall, last name it is the ropes. Middle finger stretched if you thinking this a joke. I tell my friends I'm about to blow, 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 I'm about to blow. Got the bounty for the king, can you see I'm up to something? Check for new forces, time for reconstruction out there. Hunting for the leader now. You can't tell me not to lie. Wait till I get my money right. It's not the special when I pull up in that Tesla skirt. In these 500, these blessings ain't give rap, die under. I learned it takes a few pills to form a W. I can take the highest fighting power of 100 troops. Back non-proper, still got more surface to cover like Rick Sherman in deep thirds. The world's a large operation. I'm a merchant searching what I predict is my light is something to paste it up. Space the riches from my lemonade. Really sing a lullaby. Yeah, it's a holiday. A day above the so you rough. Growing still be getting paid. Yeah, more life, more pain, more lines, more shade and grow. Escalade above the sky is like fire for gas past the skies. I write my life, my greatest prize. But since age been the man, shit, I hate the rise.
Something gotta change. Something gotta change some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. Something gotta change. Something gotta change some way, somehow.
Yeah,
Some way, somehow.
yeah. I ain't a killer, but don't test my suburban. You got some distance towards Benny, I go for certain. I wonder if we bought pure or mature as we lived it out wild out on my best days. I learned it from something I fell victim to the backseat pages. My wrist constricted, so scribble these journal pages. As a star, I see red and blue lights, fireworks blow up the night. Changes when the strokes become your moment of patience. Your heart stops, 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 stops.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you're thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm at the blow, 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 at the blow.
Good morning. How y'all doing out there? This is your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your Hood Unicorn and I am here to wake you up in a positive way with some good information and some fun. All right, we're going to get this thing started the way it needs to be started. First, let's say this. Atlanta. I know this is the location, the place of, the destination of. We don't know what the weather is going to be from day to day. But I really would like to say that fake out that Mother Nature did within these last 7 days was, little scream. A little scream, Atlanta. We went from having shorts and tank tops on for like 2 days to 30-degree weather. I absolutely positively am flabbergasted by this. This is ridiculous. I can't stand when the weather like fluctuates like this because it's really hard to explain to a kid. You can't wear that when they just wore it the day before. Because my daughter definitely tried to walk out the house this morning. And I was like, ma'am, you need a real jacket on. So she put on like a little Jackie Jack. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's cold. You need a jacket, a jaqueta. You need a whole ass jacket, ma'am. Okay? So, she went ahead and bundled up on us. But next week, 3 days from now, who knows? It'll be 80 degrees again. It'll be 75 outside, and we won't even remember this. It's just Atlanta is the place of do not put away your winter clothes. Not until all, and when I say all, when all the trees and the plants open up, then you might be able to put away your hoodies and jackets. But I'm telling you right now, in Atlanta, we could get cold. It could just jump out at us at any point in time, and it's crazy. So bundle up. Don't worry about the kids wearing hoodies and shorts. They gonna do it. I'm a firm believer in let your dumb ass do what you gonna do, cause you know it's cold, and you old enough to understand when you walked out the house that my knees is cold, but you still decided to keep walking outside and stay cold. I remember being in high school and this Caucasian fella, this Caucasian child came to school in the dead middle of winter with a hoodie or a jacket, some khaki shorts, and some flip-flops. And every black kid was looking at him like, now I know your mama cussed you out before you left the house, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. It just ain't no way. I can't do it. Anyways, good morning, good morning, good morning. I owe y'all some motivation. So this morning, my motivation is actually coming from my computer. What I mean by that is this morning when I was getting ready to get started, my computer said no. My computer said no. We're going to have to wait a little bit.
It's not time to get this thing started. And the only thing that I can do is be patient and wait. And basically what I'm saying is my computer decided to update this morning the moment I turned it on. Sometimes your life is updating, and as it does update, the only thing that you can do is sit there and just wait. There's nothing for you to do. You've done what you've done. Now you have to let life catch up to you. See, this whole idea of manifesting, of speaking what you want, of telling the universe, telling God, praying, whatever it is that you believe in, that when you articulate your wants and desires, you have to understand it's coming from the other side of the galaxy. Okay? It's not coming from down street, down the street, down the way. It's not coming from Nana's house. It's not coming by email. What is coming by is light years away. And it takes time. And if you really understand science, you really understand space. Just because it hasn't gotten to you yet doesn't mean it's not actually out there. You just haven't seen the light yet, because it takes the light a while to reach your eyes. The stars that we are looking at right now, those stars emitted the light that we see thousands and thousands of years ago. The sun that you looking at, when you look at the sun, you're actually looking at the sun 8 minutes from when it actually made that view. So if the sun blow up on us, we won't know for a full freaking 8 minutes, because it takes time. Okay? Life takes time. I do not want you to believe in a microwave situation. So you have to learn how to bide your time. You have to learn to be patient. You have to learn not to a good situation waiting for your next situation to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all are so stuck on making sure everything that you want goes off without a hitch that you don't understand that sometimes, yeah, it's going to be a couple of hitches in there. But when they come, when those problems arise, instead of giving up, giving in, and messing up your situation, instead of talking junk or doing whatever it is you going to do to mess up your situation, just bide your time. Sometimes you just got to ride your wave. You know what I mean? Some people call it putting their head down, just putting your head down and moving forward. Some people call it autopilot. Whatever it is you call it, don't stop doing what you're doing to get what you want and where you are. But at the same time, just understand, we got to let this load a little bit. It's got a buffer. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. This is not an instant Instagram world. Life is not going to happen immediately for you. And if it does, be very weary. Because a lot of times the stuff that happens like that, you don't necessarily get to keep it. It can go away just like that. All right? I can only snap with one hand. So, there you go. It didn't, but we're going to pretend like it did. All right? So hopefully that was a word for you this morning. Hopefully it meant something to you, and it's gonna work out for you, because I really mean that when I say that, you know, we have convinced ourselves that things just happen overnight. And there's nothing that happens overnight worth well, you know, it's some things we do at night overnight that's worth it. But you know what I mean. This is not an instant world. This is it takes time to cultivate type world. And hopefully you're allowing that time. So it is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we talk about money. And we've got some good stories to talk about today. We've also have some Ask the Hood that we're gonna go ahead and bring up for you today. And our Ask the Hood is a good one because it's a throwback. I'm gonna play y'all. If you remember, F that dumbass baby. Yeah, we're gonna bring that one back for those who never saw that. And what else do we have? We also have You Don't Say. It's some things going on in some other countries that we need to talk about. Now, a big one that I'm watching and I'm just paying attention to and I'm letting it kind of cultivate before I bring it to you. Why ain't this phone charging? Sweet baby Jesus. One thing that I haven't started bringing up yet, and we are going to talk about it, is these banks that are closing. Why the banks are closing? Who's closing? It's more than just one bank. I want to find out why they're closed. If I can get somebody in here that can talk about it, that really knows what's going on, that's what I'm going to do. But that's a currency conversation that we definitely need to have, because you need to know whether or not your money is safe. If your money is protected, what you need to do with your money. King Improvement, you came over here on my live. What's on? Is something wrong? No, maybe it's not. Y'all ain't said nothing in the comments, so I'm gonna take it as is. There we go. Now it's charging. Whoop whoop. So I want to find somebody. I want to find somebody who's very well knowledged and well versed in what's going on in the banking sector, and see if I can't get them in to explain it to y'all in layman's terms, so that y'all can understand what's going on, because it is something that is important. There have been times in our life where, well, not in our lives, but in our country's life, where we've had some financial situations where you couldn't get your money out the bank. And y'all know how I say bury some stuff in the yard. I mean, this might be the precursor to that, because how many of y'all got cash in y'all wallet right now? Because I'm be honest with you, between here and my house, I might have about $20 in cash available. All of my money is on that plastic. And at some point in time, that could be very detrimental to us. The same way I didn't want phones that you have to touch, because eventually the phone won't want you to touch it no more. Having nothing but a digital fiat, and fiat means money. Having a digital fiat system might be detrimental to us one day. So, definitely get the gold, get silver. My mom has been stacking up on gold and silver for years, and I can't wait for her conspiracy theory of what's going on to hit my phone, because she's definitely going to do that. But just pay attention, you guys. Don't put your head in the sand. Don't think it doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything to do with you just because your money wasn't in that particular bank. Make sure you understand what's going on. So we're gonna get this thing started with a bar fight. And I thought this was really interesting because, hey, when you want something and you love it, you protect it. And on the other end, when you want something and you love it, you probably take it, right? So it's white people showing themselves as white folks, and you'll understand what I mean in a second. That wasn't racist. That was observational. A San Antonio bar owner fights back against the threat of eminent domain. According to the city's attorney statement, the construction is planned to start June 2023 and will be completed by June 2026. So what are we talking about here? Well, y'all know the Alamo Museum out in Texas? Do you remember that? Do you remember learning about the Alamo fight? Well, there's a whole museum, and there's a bar owner that works or owns a bar very close to the Alamo Museum. And the government is coming in and they're trying to take the property so that they can build a theater. Okay. Now, just a stone's throw away from the Alamo, Vince Cantu opened Moses Rose Hideout 12 years ago after buying the building. He comes from a family of downtown business owners. He says, my great-grandfather had the Victory Tavern on Floor Street 100 years ago and ran it for a while. Cantu hoped to pass along this building to his kids to keep the legacy alive. But now, because of the planned Alamo Visitor Center and Museum, he might not have the chance. He said, I'm on the grounds of the Alamo, and now the government wants to take it away from me after I have built it up. Alamo Trust Incorporated, the nonprofit that manages operations and staff at the Alamo, sent a graphic that shows how Moses Rose will impact their plant visitor center and museum. They state by not acquiring Cantu's property, the visitor center will no longer be a financially stable operation and will require city-state support on an annual basis. I don't know if I believe that. I believe they're just saying that just so that more people that are part of the city or that are part of the local government will try to force this man off of his property. A timeline provided by ATI shows appraisals and purchase offers for the business. In March 2020, Cantu said he'd be willing to sell his building for $16 million the following year. Cantu said his original asking price was $15 million, a number he got factoring in how much profit his bar would make over 10 years. He would take $10 million for the property and $5 million for the business, and I've never heard back from them. In July of 2020, the Texas General Land Office, which operates the Alamo, offered Cantu $2 million for the property, which was its appraised value. And Cantu rejected the offer. Okay, so you are offering me just what the building and the land is appraised at. But what about all the stuff I got inside of here? What about the business that I've built up? What about the legacy that I'm trying to create? I'm absolutely agreeing with him. Over the years, because this building ain't gonna just pop up and be here for another 10 years. Y'all gonna have this museum here for as long as Methuselah will live, right? So you gonna make your money. Let's not get this twisted. You gonna make your thousands of millions of dollars back. Why you can't just go ahead and give me some right up front? And it don't have to be in it don't have to be in a lump sum. I take an annuity. Pay me out every year. You know what I'm saying? Pay me out every year. I take $2 million every year for the next 7 years. Like don't do that. He said, as long as you can pay me enough to where I'm a 60-year-old man, I'm not going to go find a job to where I'm a 60-year-old man. What? Okay, he didn't say that right, but as long as you can pay me enough to where I'm a 60-year-old man, I'm not going to go to find another job anywhere. You can pay me enough to where I can retire and not have to worry about it anymore. Then I'm great. Otherwise, leave me alone, Cantu said. He said Glow and ATI never came to the table to negotiate with him. He said there's fear involved when the government comes in trying to take something from you that you have that you think is whatever. You're in Texas and you believe that your private property is your sanctuary. Cantu is now asking for $17 million for Moses Rose's hideout. He said he'll keep adding $1 million more every year that he's threatened with eminent domain, as he should. Like, hey, I give you $3 million, it'll be $17 million. I give you 4.5 million, make it 18 million. Like, if you gonna throw out a number, I'ma throw out a number. And if you gonna use eminent domain, then we just gonna fight this shit. And it might get to the point where you don't even want this no more. And that's fine, because I ain't want you to have it in the first place. And see, this is the thing. He's not the first person that these people done bought out. Everybody else done gave in and gave up and went ahead and didn't fight the man. How much more money could everybody have made if everybody would have stood out and held out together as businesses and got paid together? Because he has an absolute great point. I'm already 50. This is an older man. I'm already 50-something, 60-something years old. I'm not going to go work at no Walmart. I'm too old to start a whole new business again. I'm not doing that. So pay me out so I'm fine, my kids is fine, and my kids is big-headed kids is gonna be fine. I don't blame this man. I don't blame this man at all. Rodney said he gonna be missing. You damn right, Rodney. That man, a weird car accident, an accidental overdose of something he ain't never had, it ain't never been in his system before. He better not go for a walk along the riverside with his dog, because I swear to God, an alligator might jump out on his ass, or y'all know we do weird science, right? Mess around and one of them bugs that ain't a bug go sting him, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Rodney said they're going to find something to force his hand, probably a tax hike. And that's why I think that they're convincing the rest of the council, or they're convincing the rest of the community that this is a good thing, so that there's no opposition to the things that they do. Trust me, you are going to give in to the government eventually, because either you're going to give it to them or they're going to take it. You don't believe me? Ask Hawaii. Go look up the history on Hawaii. Hawaii used to have a whole monarchy. They had a queen and everything. And then 5 white guys from the mainland came in and said, guess what? You ain't queen no more. As a matter of fact, you're a state. Think I'm lying? Go read up on your history. That's exactly what happened to Hawaii. So, hopefully he'll be okay. But it's a possibility that he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. Okay. It's cheaper to keep her. Y'all remember that song? It's cheaper to keep her. Y'all remember that song? Okay. Y'all remember that? Hey, Tiger Woods obviously never heard this song. Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend Erica Herman sues the golfer's trust for $30 million after they broke up. $30 million. Baby, that's not even alimony. They didn't even get married. This is, hey, we ain't in a relationship together no more. Pay me what you owe me. Okay, listen to this. Get off of there. Okay. Tiger Woods' latest breakup is facing some legal battles. The professional golfer's ex-girlfriend, Erica Herman, is seeking more than $30 million in damages after she accused him of locking her out of the Florida home that they once shared. According to an October 20... Wait, shut up. According to an October 2022 lawsuit against the Juniper Island Irrevocable Homestead Trust that Wood controls, which was obtained by NBC News, Herman says she was allegedly tricked into leaving the property after she was told to pack a suitcase for vacation. When she arrived at the airport, her lawsuit states, Herman was informed that she had been locked out of the home. Okay. For everybody who say that Tiger ain't black, if this ain't the blackest thing I ever heard of in my life, Tiger said, hey, take her to the airport like we going on a vacation and leave her ass there. What? You do this to dogs. You take them to the countryside and you let them out and then you drive off. Who said this was okay, Tiger? Woods' attorneys filed a response to Herman's lawsuit about her allegedly being removed from the home. And according to the NBC News, in the document, they said she was advised that she was no longer welcome after the pair ended their relationship. They added that she responded to the breakup by filing this lawsuit. According to a court filing obtained by People, the defendant asked Herman's lawsuit to be heard before an arbitrator. The trust lawyers added that under Woods' NDA with his ex, Herman is required to settle any of her issues with the athlete through a confidential arbitration. By suing the trust instead of Woods himself, the trust legal team says Herman wants to argue the claims in a public forum. E! News has reached out to Herman's attorney for comment and hasn't heard back. Earlier this week, Herman stated in court documents obtained by E! News that she believed that the NDA is invalid and unenforceable. You think that, baby? Just wait. But the 38-year-old also said that these issues are not legally certain and hopes a judge and jury can make a ruling. The plaintiff is unsure whether she may disclose, among other things, facts giving rise to various legal claims she believes she has. She is also currently unsure what other information about her own life she may discuss with or whom. The complaint says that the NDA should be voided partly because of the Speak Out Act, which protects victims of sexual assault or harassment. However, it does not make specific allegations to that nature against Woods. Herman's legal team also argues that the agreement is not valid or enforceable because lack of consideration and because of unconscionability. Okay. The NDA was signed in 2017 when the pair began a personal and professional relationship, the filing states. Herman, who previously was the general manager at Woods Restaurant. That's why you had sex with the help, man. You don't do the help. Come on, man. You was a bag. She bagged and tagged you. This lady. Listen to this. She was a waitress. She worked at his restaurant. I get it. Some of y'all gonna be like, they said she the general manager. That just means she the manager of all the waitresses in the doggone restaurant. She the head waitress. She's still a waitress. You started messing with a waitress and then didn't want to be with her no more and thought she wasn't gonna come up after the life you let her live. You thought she was just gonna go back to getting tips and getting a little $60,000 salary a year? Sir, you would have been better off is giving her what is it called? What is it? When you get married, a prenup. You should have just, I've asked this question before. Should relationships have prenups? Should there be prenup relationships? Some of y'all out here got shmoney, like for real, and you need to protect yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with a man who says, I want to date a woman that's on my same level. Because when you date people, women, men, trans, whatever, and you show them a lifestyle that they ain't never experienced before, they ain't going back. I'm sorry. I'm not about to sit up here and eat caviar with my Doritos and then just go back to eating regular string cheese or imitation crab. You're not gonna do that to me. You're not gonna do. My stomach don't work like that no more. I done ate steak every night for the last 465 days. You think I'm going back to ramen? No, sir. I'm not doing it. I ain't paid a bill yet. I ain't paid a bill. I don't even know how much electricity costs. You think I'm going back to having to work for my bills? You crazy, sir. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. What you going to do is you going to unask. You going to unask me some money. And the fact that he did it so callously, he ain't even, baby, you can't stay here no more. He said, we going on vacay. I'll meet you there. And left her at the airport. Bruh, you're gonna lose some money off of this one. I'm sorry. She gonna get some, she's gonna get some ducats. What y'all think? Greenfinger said the government needs a harsh reminder that they are seriously outnumbered and they need to be reminded who they work for. Graham, absolutely. It is way more of us than it is of you. Graham, I believe it too. Teacher Nietzsche said, amen, Greenfinger. Yep. Rodney said her inner Karen is 38 hot. I know it is. She said, hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You're not just leaving me. Okay. And she's suing for some money too. How much I say she's suing for? $30 million? $30 million. Her coochie is not. How long they been together? She do not have $30 million worth of coochie. You just not gonna tell me. See, if he would have did a prenup, a relationship prenup, he could have hit her with 1.5 million and sent her on her way when the relationship was over, and she would have been all good with that 1.5 million, because she would have known at the beginning of the relationship when she signed that non-disclosure that when it was over, she still was gonna be 1.5 million richer. But now, oh, you just gave her a blank check to put some numbers on. Remember when old boy said, the government said, we'll give you 2 million, and he said, give me 15. This the same thing. He's on. Mr. Greenfinger said 30 million won't even dent that dude's wealth, but I bet it'll hurt. I bet it'll tickle. It's gonna fit. Hey, let me tell you something. When you go to the doctor and they take blood from you, they say that ain't gonna hurt neither. But I feel it. Okay, I felt all of that. It was uncomfortable. Okay, hey, he gonna notice it's gone. I don't care what you say. If I got $100 and $30 is missing, I'm looking for that $30. Okay, I ain't playing with y'all. The Royal Couch said, you got me effed up. You leaving the way you came in, broke. Well, go tell that to Mary J. Blige's husband. Go tell that to Wendy Williams' husband. Everybody don't walk out broke. They come in broke, but they walk out with a couch cover. They leave with a Sealy Posturepedic mattress. You know what I'm saying? Some folks is taking the Ooh, I can't live without this wine chiller. I need a wine chiller in my bedroom. They gonna get that wine chiller, baby. I tell you. And you right, her inner Karen is hot, sir. It is cheaper to keep her. Okay. My brain just said a really horrible joke. A horrible joke. Ask me, am I gonna tell it? I'm gonna tell it. Because you got to be old to get this joke. You could have been like Scott Peterson. They ain't found Lacey Peterson yet. Okay, my bad. That was distasteful. I'm sorry. You can't cancel me if I tell you it's distasteful. I knew it was bad when I said it. I shouldn't have said it. Whatever. Yeah, the key word is husband. She was just dating him, and so far on the books, you can't sue a person while you're like just from dating them. But I think it'll boil down to what she says he has done to her. If she's saying, because she said under the Call Out Act or the Speak Out Act or whatever it's called, if she's trying to say that he in some way assaulted her or hurt her or something like that, then it's quite possible that they might make it to jail. They might make it to court, and something might go down. But she gonna have to prove that assault. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. She gonna have to prove assault, and she gonna have to prove why now you want to prove assault, but you wasn't calling assault before. So she definitely gonna have to fight this. It ain't gonna be easy. Yeah, okay, you got it. Shh, don't tell nobody I said that bad joke. That was a bad joke, wasn't it? Okay. All right, y'all. Here go the next one. I call this one Bills. And yes, if y'all hear this snuffleupagus, it's the stuff in the air, man. It got me. It's got to be that, because nothing else is wrong with me but my doggone but my nose. Come on and open up. I'm waiting on it. It's coming from a Facebook page. I opened this up. There we go. Okay. Does anybody go to the municipal market downtown, the Atlanta Curb Market? When I used to be down on Auburn Avenue all the time, I would go in there. They got some real nice restaurants. If you know what I'm talking about, it's a little food. It looked like a food court, but it's really is really a like a farmer's market type deal, right? And it's right there. It's not on Auburn Avenue. Wait, what's that? Peachtree? No, Edgewood. It's on Edgewood, and it's right there before you get onto the freeway. Okay, so it sits right there on the right. It's right after the Children of Eccleston or whatever, right? But it says that they ain't never paid their lease. They just been sitting there running and never paid their lease. Listen to this. Some Atlanta City Council members have questions about the city's support for the popular municipal market in Sweet Auburn. Since its inception in 1993, Atlanta City Hall has not collected a dime in rental payments from the business that draws customers from all around the metro area. I can come here and get fresh African food, Caribbean food, and meats are really fresh, said Carrion, a patron of the market from East Point. Last week, city council members received an audit report on the market. Over the years, city leaders have debated what to do about the Auburn Avenue business, which is a historic in-town staple but has significant losses. City Hall decided to buy. The management company agreed to pay 25% of net income back to the taxpayers. Well, it just kind of fell through the cracks. Independent auditor Amanda Noble told the council. It seems like a big crack has been City Hall oversight. Several years ago, when the market management company attempted to make a $5,000 payment, it was told City Hall had not established an account to accept the rent, so the transaction was never accepted. Oh, I know y'all ain't black. I know y'all ain't black, because I'm telling you right now, you trying to hand me $5,000 and I tell you the only reason why I can't take it is because it ain't set up. It'll be set up. It'll be set up. We would have held this money in limbo. We would have held this money in escrow, but you ain't gonna take that money back after you try to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Let's see. I didn't even know we owned the Curb Market. Councilwoman Marcia Collier Overstreet said. Howard Shook, a financial watchdog on the council, gave a terse response to the findings. I want to hear 4 words, Shook said. For sale by owner. Noble didn't go that far with her recommendation. She suggested the city finance team throw out the old agreement and craft a new one. Well, as Birdman always say, every contract can be renegotiated. Okay, you go back to the drawing table. That's something that I have utilized throughout my career. Is that, yeah, I might have said that, but we can renegotiate. We can renegotiate at any point in time. We can renegotiate. Trust and believe that. And if you don't want to renegotiate, then we're going to have a breach of contract. But we can renegotiate and we can figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that market many times. I love, when I worked downtown, I loved eating there. There's some really great restaurants in there. So the question becomes, where is all of the tenants' money going? If you don't have to pay for overhead, who getting rich off of this money? Who making money? And y'all saying that the owners ain't the city. So who's the proprietor on this? Who getting paid? I want to know. How did y'all get it? How did y'all get a business where y'all didn't have to pay the city in the first place, or y'all didn't have to pay rent in the first place? Because I get that it started in 1990 something, but that ain't long enough to be grandfathered in as historical, is it? Like, I know nothing in Atlanta is older than Sherman coming through here and burning everything down. So it's not like we Philadelphia or nothing like that, where we got buildings from 18 nothing. We don't have buildings that old. Sherman came through Atlanta. And again, if you don't know your history, go learn your history. But Sherman came through and burnt pretty much everything down to the ground. So we don't have too much of nothing that goes further than the Civil War, right? So 40 years, 50 years, That's history to get grandfathered in that you don't have to pay. The Royal Couch said, wait a minute. Let me go get a storefront out there if they not paying. I know that's right. And as one of, if you were a tenant in there and you found out that they not paying their overhead, would you pay your overhead? I'm just curious. So y'all check this out. This is things going on in Atlanta. This is things going on with currency, and we just, we talking money. If you can't have currency conversations with your friends, if you can't talk about what's going on with money, fiat, different countries and stuff like that, you might want to get a new friend group. Because the idea that we had growing up, or that our grandparents instilled on us, that talking about money was bad and that's not a conversation, you don't talk about that. No, you do. And you do. Okay, go to work. They cannot fire you for talking about how much money you make. Find out. Because if you find out you the only speck in the creamer and everybody else is making 15% more than you, you need to know that. You need to know that me and you got hired on the same day, but you got $1 more than me. Why? Unless you're going to tell me that you have more experience. You know what I'm saying? Talk about money, y'all. Don't be afraid. Read books about money. Okay? Follow people on Instagram that talk about money. Something. But don't let currency conversations escape you just because at this moment you don't have money or you don't understand it. Learn to understand it. And shout out to all my friends that trade currency. I'm back trading and teaching classes, and I'm having a ball with it. Like, I missed it. I didn't know I was going to miss it so much, but I really did miss it. Y'all, we about to go ahead and go on a quick commercial break. When we come back from this commercial break, I am going to play you guys a throwback. This is one of my favorite clips. It's with me and Alix. It's a Ask the Hood, and it's called F Your Dumbass Baby. You had to be there for it. If you didn't see it, you about to see it today, because it was a good one. But first, we're going to go ahead and play some music. Earlier today, when we got this show started, I played a whole mix of Joey H. So if you liked what you heard, make sure you go follow Joey H on all social media platforms at Joey AICH and the number 4. Drop in his DM and be like, your sister told me to tell you what's up. Because we go back like nutsacks. That's right. That's my real brother. This right here is KMA on my mama. That's right. Kiss my ass. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
You mean you smoking like we smoking, and you drinking like we drinking? You gonna have to put that on your mouth. You my boy, bro. Honey and Ghetto Gang round us produce the beat. This your boy Kiss My Air. In St. Louis, we got this little saying, capping on your name. You heard me? No, shoot. You gotta put that on your mama, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't chiefin' what we chiefin'. On my mama, nah, y'all ain't drinking what we drinking. On my mama, swear that you be riding like we ride. On my mama, y'all ain't vibing like we vibing. On my mama, nah, y'all don't live it like we live it. On my mama, nah, y'all don't kick it like we kick it. On my mama, y'all can't get it like we get it. On my mama, y'all only can do it like we did it. On my mama, look, where my niggas kiss my, then I'm out to get my cash. What you need? I got it from a to a bag. See, most don't like it, but I love it like Jeezy getting this money hella hard, but I make it look easy. Gave your girl one dance that she don't even wanna leave me. If she flirt like kills, I fuck your baby like Weezy, and I know that you true. I don't need you to believe me. You gon' make me use a real name on my next CD. Never been to Nellyville, but we do got country grammar. Where these so plump, they look like humps on a camel. When I know it's up, I ain't got it on camera, but you gotta believe a nigga, cause I put that on my mama. Y'all ain't chiefin' what we chiefin'. On my mama, nah, y'all ain't drinking what we drinking. On my mama, swear that you be riding like we ride. On my mama, y'all ain't vibing like we vibing. On my man, nah, y'all don't live it like we live it. On my man, nah, y'all don't kick it like we kick it. On my man, y'all can't get it like we get it. On my man, y'all only can do it like we did it. On my man, now I'm living in the county, but was raised in the city where the dress code done changed. It's prime zilla too litty, and I thought I left the hood, and the hood came and found me. Brother city mentality, right up in the county. Got a cousin named Pusher that like diamonds on his neck, diamonds on his wrist, big diamond baguettes. I got a cousin named Skits, he be hustling his earth, so make the hardest in the hood seem like he got a glass jar. Homie named Wody that be putting in work. He be bopping them pills and be popping that work. Got a cousin from BMF, only pull up in a Phantom or them Shaquille O'Neal deals, big with no handles, and it's all about the green. We ain't tripping up bandanas where you think you're riding clean. Well, we already had them, and I know it's up. I ain't got it on camera, but you gotta believe a nigga, cause I put that on my man. Y'all ain't sheeping what we sheeping. On my man, nah, y'all ain't drinking what we drinking. On my man, swear that you be riding like we ride. On my man, y'all ain't vibing like we vibing. On my man, nah, y'all don't live it like we live it. On my man, nah, y'all don't kick it like we kick it. On my man, y'all can't get it like we get it. On my man, y'all only can do it like we did it. On my man.
Hey, bro. Bro, what the hell is you in here listening to, boy?
You already know, boy.
In love, ain't you?
Goddamn, bro.
Who she is, bro?
Man.
Who is she? Where the hell we finna go?
It's something. It's something. It's something you should know. I got drugs in my car, drugs inside my car, drugs inside my car. I got a stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Drugs inside my car, drugs inside my car. I got the stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
She told me stay at home. She didn't even pick up the phone.
Man, I ain't put a gun in your head. Man, you know you grown.
Hey, stop trying to hide that shit. Don't make no sudden moves.
Hey, I gotta hide that sack. Man, I got too much to lose.
Alright, okay, be cool. His ass just got out the car.
Can't do nothing but be smooth. You just stay where you are.
Alright, bet. Don't start sinking, daddy. Something you should know.
What?
I got drugs in my car. Drugs inside my car. Drugs inside my car. I got a stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Drugs inside my car. Drugs inside my car. I got the stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Hey, everything gon' be alright.
Okay.
Just sit back, hold tight.
Hey, yeah, I know my dog, but I can't throw away my life.
Hey, this is all on me, not on you. Yeah, I know that you had that situation and been down this road before.
Hey, we two peas in the pod. You was there when life was hard.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro, but I'm the one taking the charge.
Yeah, facts. Well, I guess we gotta sit right here and wait, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm blessed, so we gon' be straight, bro.
Cool.
Hey.
We spent our lives in the hood, and ain't no limit to the drugs they dealing. The drugs they dealing. Yeah, we spent our lives in the hood, and ain't no limit to the drugs they dealing. The drugs they dealing.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. And every morning you wake up with us because we rock your mic.
Mm-hmm. How big is your mic, Sunshine?
Big enough to interview you with.
Hey, talking in the background. What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. This is All Hustle, No Fear, and I'm your girl, Sunshine Reigns. Talking a little shit to the people over here on Instagram because they're talking shit to me. But I love them. I do. You can always follow me on all social media platforms at All Hustle, No Fear. Somebody got in my ass the other day and was like, why aren't you on Fanbase? And I was like, I am on Fanbase, but I stopped uploading the Fanbase so much because they hadn't worked out the bugs for Android. So they still were very iOS based. They were wonderful enough to bring Android in, unlike that stupid Clubhouse who never really got on the Android market. But Fanbase definitely has Android capabilities, but I would get so many bugs. It wouldn't upload my stuff correctly. I was having issues with it that I stopped trying it. And I was just going to wait for it to, kind of catch up. And somebody was on my live the other day and it was like, I got an Android too, boo. And when I tell you it's doing what it do, you need to come back. So if y'all want me to come back, I definitely will. Because I got a lot of stuff that needs to be subscription based that I can't just be posting. Like the behind the scenes when I'm helping other shows, I've started listening to some of the other shows that have been yelling at me and telling me I need to record myself when I'm talking to them because I give out really great information on how to run your show, things that you're doing. I notice things about people and I can really dive into them and help them, just make their shows better. So they want me to record that kind of stuff. I'm not posting that on Instagram. And I'm not posting it on YouTube either. Like, no. But Fanbase, because I don't have to wait for you to make subscriptions. Like, I can just add subscription stuff and then start telling y'all that it's there, and then you can start doing it. So I can see how Fanbase can work. And again, like I always tell you guys, there are tons of apps out there, okay? Find an app that works for you and run the hell out of that app. You do not have to be on every single app. Does it help? Yeah, it helps because you can put yourself out there in different ways. I started on Bigo for a little while and I was really enjoying Bigo and the interaction. But what I don't like about Bigo is to really kind of make those beans and to make money on Bigo. You have to interact with other people. And I'm not saying I don't want to interact with y'all, but I don't have time to do fantasy clips of me dancing and pretending to, give a shit. No, I'm going to go live for my show. I'm going to go live when I'm on other people's shows. And I might go live and let y'all see the foods that I eat because I'm a little foodie booty. Okay? But other than that, like, I'm not about to sit up here on Bigo, watching people. Yes. Hello. Hi. Like, I don't have that time in my life. I don't have that ability. So, if I go on Bigo, I'm using Bigo specifically because I know I can get about a good 5 to 1,000 people watching my live at one time. That's new people that I might be able to transfer over to one of my other social media platforms that I'm actually on, Same thing with TikTok. I am not a TikToker. I'm not a TikToky. I'm not. I am being forced to do TikTok. And I am being forced because there are other people in my life who is like, no, you have, TikTok is one of those ones you have to be on. I don't believe I have to be on anything, but I see the value in it. And I'm going to go ahead and utilize it. But do I have to be on TikTok? Hell to no. Hell to the no. And I haven't uploaded a short on YouTube in so long. You know what I'm saying? But I make sure my presence is at least there. It just might not be up to date all the time. So there's my little business moment for you guys while I take this gummy. Shout out to Good Treats. That box that they gave me, it was a good box. And I enjoyed it. Okay, so now what I'm about to go ahead and do is I'm about to play y'all this Ask the Hood. We got this in a couple of months ago, and somebody just needed some help, and I answered it. Now there was a part of it where I don't think Alix really I don't think Alix really agreed with me on some of this stuff. And you can tell by where Alix is in this that this is old, because this is when Alix was still running as my producer and my engineer. She had moved over and ended up sitting next to me after a while. So, you know, but here we go. F your dumb ass baby.
Pregnant and
Oh,
had a baby with another woman.
All right, Gabby. This Gabby and
I found out after the other child was born. I have never been okay with this. It's exactly the kind of trash I tried so hard not to be a part of my life. If it was possible, I would have divorced him by now, but I'm stuck in a legal dead end and it's not possible. We have a legal and emotional separation agreement though, and since he travels a lot, and between the baby, my parents, and my career, I've been able to avoid thinking about it too much. Well, so I thought. It's been almost 2 years since he had this baby. And now he wants to bring that child into my house. I guess he has some kind of schedule with the other child's mother that includes visits, and he wants that visitation to be in what is technically still his residence. Technically. Absolutely not. I am not a stepmother to any child. And unlike in most of these situations, the house we're living in is truly only mine. It's under my parents' name, but I got it when I got the power of attorney, and they had to go into a care home. I am not having his kid in it. Oh. My husband and our family say that I need to deal with it because I am still married and that I need to accept my stepchild and that I'm a witch. For excluding a baby and preventing siblings from having a relationship. I don't agree. This child may technically be siblings to mine, but I don't need to play mom to this kid to make a relationship happen. And I don't want any of this trash coming into mine or my child's safe space. Am I crazy for not wanting this child here? Edit. Why can't you get divorced? Why is he still living there? Because people ask questions. Yes. She said, in my state, to file for divorce, both parties have to have been separated for over a year and living in separate residence, which requires one of us to move out. He doesn't want a divorce. So, of course, he won't move out.
Nah, that's an excuse.
I can't make him because we're still married. In theory, I could move out and start the clock, but realistically, I can't. With the power of attorney, I can't just abandon the house. I couldn't afford to anyway. But if I did, he would still be able to remain in the house. And I would eventually get the house back. But in the meantime, he could easily destroy it. And I'd have legal problems from that. Whew, okay. Go first, Alix.
She wrong. She wrong as hell because you decided to stay with that man. You decided to stay with that man. Everything you just gave me was a whole excuse. That man cheated on you and had a baby. That is proof that he stepped out on you. That negates the living situation when it comes to divorce. I guarantee you it does in your state, even if you don't want to admit it.
You think so?
Yeah, I know it does. He had a child. That usually negates every law president before that. You know what I mean? And he has proof that he cheated in a marriage, not in a relationship, not a boyfriend. You cheated in your marriage. You ended it when you did that. Woman, you stayed. You stayed knowing he had a baby, regardless of when you found out he had the baby or any of that. You stayed. You should have filed for divorce immediately. You didn't. So when you accepted him, you accepted that baby. Think about it. You had the option. And yeah, it might be hard getting divorced. It's not easy. It's not. But you have to do it. Or you have to accept that child, because that child did not do that. That child don't deserve anything you about to throw his way. And you're going to make your child that you have with that man hate his brother. And that's messed up too. Or his sibling, whatever it is. You're going to make him hate that, because just by the way you wrote that, we already know how you talk about him and feel about him. So yeah, I think you're all the way wrong. I think you're throwing a bunch of excuses and you want that man, but you don't want what he comes with. And that's your problem.
Oh, I love Alix. I'll tell you why I love Alix, because she offers me the ability to play devil's advocate. Because I am the asshole. And let's be honest. Let's move this mic back. First of all, fuck you and her and that nasty ass kid. Damn right she can't bring that damn kid on. Whatever the hell that lady's name was, Cinderella. Don't you send that nasty ass kid. You're not listening to this all the way, Alix.
No.
First of all, she said that he travels a lot for work.
Okay,
so if you're traveling for work, don't you dare think you're going to drop this kid off at my house and I'm about to be this kid's goddamn mama while you gone at work.
Yeah.
So you better take this kid on your work trip with you. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
I'm not babysitting. I'm not watching. I'm not feeding. I'm not changing diapers.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
rearing. I'm not none of that. You were supposed to be my husband. If you want to go do that with her, leave.
Yeah,
pack your shit and go. And while we at it, tell that bitch I'm about to sue her.
I mean, you could do that too.
I'm about to sue her like this is North Carolina, South Carolina, or whatever that state is that Fantasia got sued in for marital interference. Because bitch, you gonna get this work. Matter of fact, if your kid do come over here, I'm charging you child support.
No.
Don't bring that little kid to my house.
Divorce him.
She said she's trying.
No, she's not.
If she gotta wait a year before she can file proceedings.
They gotta wait a year. They gotta live apart separately, and she told us why they're not gonna live apart separately. She's not going nowhere. That's your problem. I feel what you feel about the kid, but you can't feel that way about the child. It's not the child's fault. Once you brought that man back in,
that ain't my kid.
It's not your kid. Okay, McDonald's. Bring him on, McDonald's. No, Sunshine, you're feeding everybody. But she needs to leave him.
No,
because he's still traveling for work. He about to bring more babies home, or you do what Gabrielle Union did and you make his other kid gay. That's what you do. Because what you think happened? Gabrielle said, "Oh, you want to have a baby on me? Watch what I do with your other ones. Watch." That's exactly what she did. So you got two ways to play this, ma'am. Y'all can either get divorced or you can fuck up his other kid's head. What you got to do?
Don't bring your kid to my house. Please don't bring your kid to my house. I am dirty. I am dirty. I am a dirty broad. Please don't bring your kid to my house. I will have your kid going back talking about, Miss Sunshine macaroni and cheese better than your macaroni and cheese. Do not send your kid to my house. I will go buy roaches and put them in your kid's suitcase when they leave. Just so that when you go home, it's roaches all over your house. Don't send your kid to my house. Please don't send your kid to my house.
Divorce that man.
I'm with you.
To me, that's the bottom line. You don't want to divorce that man.
At this point, I just can't get over the audacity of bringing the kid to my house. Don't you? No. And then this is the question. So, because in my mind, I don't see it as she's trying to bring the kid to my house and he's there to watch his kid. Right?
That's y'all kid.
I see it as she trying to bring the kid to my house and he ain't here.
Uh-huh.
He at work. Now I gotta watch your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, if you don't go pay for daycare, you better go hit a kinder care because I am not that. I'll watch your kid $200 an hour. Oh, you don't want to pay that? Then get the hell on and go to kinder care then. Because they only charging $275 a week.
Nah.
I'm charging you $200 a day. And you need to give me the food stamp card. And give me the food stamp card. How much on it? $1,000? I'm about to spend $500 right now. Right now. Don't play with. Do not send that kid to my house. I am horrible. Do not send your kid to my house. And the only thing I can put up here is Gabby made that boy gay.
Yeah, he did. Did someone agree? Yes.
That's why I put it up.
Oh yeah.
Sam said.
Yeah, Gabby made that boy gay. That was an experiment. She was like, "Oh, Dwayne Wade wants to step out on me." It was a total experiment, and she won. But no, I think
Sam says you ain't lied, Alix.
I'm telling you, man. I watched the shit unfold. She a little maniacal, I don't know. But no, this one is very interesting because I mean, even from her opening, we both understood she did not. So can you imagine the household?
I'm telling you right now.
Poor baby dog. She doesn't go get no toilet paper.
She come to bring the baby and she knocking on the door. Don't nobody answer the door. She be like, I've been here for 30 minutes. And no, because the baby is 2. You can't just leave the baby.
Oh,
right?
Man.
So every time she come over, she be like, how come every time I come over, it takes her an hour to open the door? Because I was hoping your ass left. But since you still here, I'll let you in. But you gonna wait an hour with my car outside and the front door open and me walking past this bitch naked. And I'm about to go get in the shower for 45 minutes like I'm in an apartment complex. And you can stand outside. And just for likes, I'm about to go get a big ass pit bull. I don't feel safe with that dog at the house. Then don't bring that dumb ass baby to my house. I'll be done convinced you and that nigga that your baby is retarded. Have you seen the developmental status? He is not reaching any developmental milestone. She said he's fine. The way his head is, the way it leans forward when he walks, I don't think he's okay.
He won't look me in the eye.
How come when he talk, he do this? Every time she come to pick him up, what did he eat today? Sugar. Baby gonna have diabetes fucking with me.
You can't do that. You taking your anger out on the baby.
Then watch your own kid.
Take it out on that man.
That baby had pixie sticks all day.
No, what you do is you love on the baby and you hate that man. Fuck that. Because the man did it.
You are forcing me to watch this child?
The only way you can force me is if I let you. You can't force me.
And that's why I'm saying, drop that kid off if you want to.
I'm saying get rid of that man.
Cook that baby dinner. I swear for everything that's holy.
If she accepted that man, she accepted that baby.
But she accepted the man before.
She has a decision. Yeah, now I have a decision to make. You did something wrong. Okay, now it's a decision.
Bet. Throw some hot grits on his ass. Make him move out. You need, okay, fine then. Alix is right. Let the man go. Don't do nothing to the baby. No. I need you to gaslight the fuck out of this man. I'm gonna need you to gaslight the hell out of him. I'm gonna need you to send him pictures. He done cheated once before.
Yeah, he's still cheating.
He's still cheating.
Yeah, he's a Tristan.
Send him videos and pictures, make him think that somebody else is pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the way that I was, oh God.
That's what you do. If you go get you a little ultrasound picture from when like you knew he was out of town, there's no way he could be the dad. But you're not really pregnant, right? Just make him think you're pregnant by another nigga. Right? You want to crush his world?
I'm going to like destroy. Like, I'm not watching this dumbass baby. I'm not.
She gonna bring you McDonald's.
And I'm ignorant too, because every time she come over, I'll be like, all right, bring the dumbass baby over.
No.
I am. I'm talk shit straight to your face. Don't talk about my baby like that. Don't bring your dumbass baby over to my house. Dumbass baby. That's the name of the segment.
That's what I wrote down. Dumbass baby. Don't do that to that baby. You don't have to.
Your dumb ass baby to my damn house.
You just love on that baby and warp its mind, and then you win.
Sam talking about his head too big and it tips over.
he got one size 7 shoe and one size 11 shoe. He's just a lopsided nigga.
I buy that baby all dresses. It's a little boy. I'm buying them all. I'm a Gabrielle in the hell.
What's his name? What's the boy name?
Man, I don't know. I don't stay in. I don't. Ain't no look.
Zaire or something like that.
George, you step out on me and have a baby if you want to. That baby about to come over to the house and be babysat.
True story. I walked in my grandparents' house and gave this man who was 100% my dad a hug, and my grandfather starts laughing. He's like, "That's not your dad." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" He said, "That's my oldest son, who's only 6 months older than my dad. Looks exactly like him. Exactly like him." Never seen this man before until I was about 15. You know what I'm saying? So outside babies are normal in our culture. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I guess I can ask my grandma.
You better come get your stupid ass. That's exactly how I'm calling to pick the baby. Better come pick you up your stupid ass. That lady would hate me. Excuse me, can you please tell her to stop calling our baby stupid? I'm not calling our baby stupid. Our baby's name is Jessica. Your baby is stupid. Stupid ass.
No, just lady, divorce that man.
You need to. Because if you take Sunshine's,
somebody dying. Somebody dying. Yeah, you're an asshole. Both of you and Sunshine. Handle your business like a woman. Kick him out. You can go establish residency for him. You have a friend who wants an apartment. Go put it in your husband's name.
I would have changed the locks.
You do that. Change the locks, and now he can't get in.
Truth be told, if he lived there though, and he has 30 days residency, you honestly can't. But I would have changed the locks. I'd have been like, I changed the locks.
There's ways around it.
He lost the key. I'm not making another one.
Go get an apartment in his name. He don't even know it. A year from now, you file that shit. Oh, he's been out of the house for a year. That's his apartment.
My dumb ass would have gave them St. Vincent de Paul. Been like, he been
living at the church. He been homeless for a year.
Man, when I tell you, me and Alix together are foolish, but I meant every single thing I said. And I know you want to know how I know me very well, because listening to it, I didn't even say it yet, and I was thinking it like, nah, it couldn't be me, because I'm treat this baby horribly. And yes, I mean it. I'm be horrible to this damn baby. Don't bring that dumbass baby over here, okay? I'm not playing with you. Do not cheat on me. I don't care. Have a baby if you want to. It ain't my baby. I ain't taking care of it. I ain't playing no games with it. We not pity patting. I'm not rolling. I'm not burrito swaddling your kid. None of that. None of that. Because that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for it to be me and you. You bring another one too? Okay, well, I don't have nothing to do. Hell no. Nope. It ain't gonna do it. Fuck that dumbass baby. And y'all can go to allhustlenofear.com and get you some fuck that dumbass baby t-shirts too, because we definitely have those. Okay. And you know, don't be afraid. One thing about people is I think a lot of times we are afraid to be honest with people about how we feel if it goes against the norm, if how we feel makes us look bad. But baby, I don't care if it make me look bad. This is my authentic self. I am not going to take care of my husband's mistress baby. I'm not. So let's not even pretend or be like, oh, it's not the kid's fault. You're damn right. It's not the kid's fault. But innocent villagers die in the war too. I don't give a god doggone if it's not this kid's fault. Don't bring that dumbass baby to my house. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. We're going to go ahead and go to some commercials and some music. And when we get back, we have You Don't Say right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Ew.
This project is something that I've never, ever seen Hollister do. This is a real dream come true. Hi, my name is Gerald Brown, and this is the Midwest Kids Hollister Collection. We just invest in real people. I want people to see the clothes and be able to see themselves in it. The collection looks amazing. It's like a dream come true in so many ways.
Lately I've been feeling kinda strange, chasing after bills. It's gonna be much cheaper if you go and use a vacuum seal. It's gonna be a long trip, baby, pack a meal. We tryna get all these shits up out of here. I hope you heard me crystal clear, you looking at an MS. You gotta put the work in if you wanna have a big check. Stepping on them bitches, put them hoes in the prison. And once we put them bitches on the road, you know it's Nizak. Big boy ballin' riding on 64. With a trunk full of peas, I done been here before. Making plays all day, I'm getting money galore. Pumping gas, I don't even know the price no more. Way before the big time, I been cool. Man, I'm talking way back before I had juice. Since I was 16, I can make drugs move. That's when I found out I was a money getting fool. I've been trapping, I've been rapping, I've been trying to get to it. Ain't no Ellen in my rapping, baby. I just do it, just do it. I got guns in every city that I go to. And you can try it, pussy nigga, if you want to. Lately, I've been feeling kinda strange, chasing after bills. It's gonna be much cheaper if you go and use a vacuum seal. It's gonna be a long trip, baby, pack a meal. We tryna get all these shits up out of here. I hope you heard me crystal clear, you looking at an MS. You gotta put the work in if you wanna have a big check. Stepping on them bitches, put them hoes in the prison. And once we put them bitches on the road, you know it's Nizak.
First we grab them, then we put them on the road, you know what's next. We gon' stay down for a month and we gon' take off with the check. We gon' shoot home and re-up and we'll be back, we got the next. We gon' take off from Virginia, we gon' post up in the Lex. We gon' get a stack of stash and I'ma spend some on my neck. I'ma get right on your ass, you ever play with my respect. I caught a nigga lacking at the club and beat him half to death. Same shit that make you laugh and make you cry and laugh at that. Police hit the lights, I hit the gas and pulled off in the vet. Boy, I got 50,000 on me cash, I'm posted in the jet. I really got my name from putting work in out the internet. Cause all that do is get them people clues and I ain't into that, no.
Lately I've been feeling kinda strange, chasing after bills. It's gonna be much cheaper if you go and use a vacuum seal. It's gonna be a long trip, baby, pack a meal. We tryna get all these shits up out of here. I hope you heard me crystal clear, you looking at an MS. You gotta put the work in if you wanna have a big check. Stepping on them bitches, put them hoes in the prison. And once we put them bitches on the road, you know it's Nizak.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. And every morning you wake up with us because we rock your mic.
Mm-hmm. How big is your mic, Sunshine?
Big enough to interview you with.
Can we link up tonight? Drink some rock and Sprite tonight. My pussy is super tight. Couple years without taking pipe. I am squirting back to back. I made a mess over the floor. Moaning out loud, the neighbors banging on my door. But the pounding ain't gon' get it. You gotta put your tongue all up in it. Give me a better feeling, shy fucking your brain. You know you like it. Stop holding back, baby boy, don't try to fight it. Got a little insane. Orgasm riot. I'm an Aries, baby daddy, you a Pisces. I'd rather make love than get a quickie. Love it when you're on top, go slow in me. And when we make love, it's a hell of a drug. I'm addicted to you like I'm a coke fiend now. Put it in your face, know you like the way it tastes. The way I scream your name in your ear, I wanna sing. Ooh, right there, don't stop, daddy. Feeling so good, riding you like a caddy. Beat it up like a porn star actor. Slurp it up, stimulate from my reaction. You know I like it rough, handcuffing me in action. So choke me up on your back, I do the scratches. On top of cars, up in these bushes. On these staircases, no fucks where we do it. Don't tell nobody what we do. I won't tell nobody what we do. Keep this between me and you. All of this between me and you. Let me fuck on you. LMF for you.
Hi everyone. My name is Ty. I joined the book club because lately I've been working on a lot of self-development. I'm trying to push myself to actually create the life that I want. So I joined the book club as a way to help change their mindset, as a way to learn something different and something new that helped push me there. So far, reading this first book, I can't say that it has changed the way I think, like, completely. Like, my perception of things now is a lot different than what it was when I started. So I'm excited, so excited to be here. I can't wait to finish this book, which is why I've been reading so many pages lately, because I want to make sure I stay on track. I want to make sure I keep up. And I'm excited to see what book comes next and excited to learn and network with everyone in the group. Have a nice Sunday. Bye.
What's up? What's up? You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
All right, we're back. Like I said, fuck that dumbass baby. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube. You can catch a lot of our past shows, clips, and different things. Topics that I felt like, they were interesting to save on there. But if you want to watch entire shows, I am still uploading. Like I said, I'm at show 500 something, so I'm not going to be able to upload everything that I have, but every couple of days I add a couple more shows, and they're older shows, and I'm just adding what I have from when I actually started saving to my hard drive, because I have never saved everything because it was a lot of stuff and I didn't want to bombard my my computer. But I've got an external hard drive now, so I've been saving everything. Like I said, content. Be in control of your content. Don't allow someone else to decide whether or not your content should be visible or not. There's nothing wrong with creating your own website, uploading your content to it, and using that as your way of promoting yourself. Filter people to your website instead of filtering people to these other websites that are not paying you until you reach a certain status with them, and then they're still only paying you beans. If you're getting, I currently can keep somebody on the YouTube site for 2 strong hours, and I'm not getting anything from that. And they're advertising on my page, and I get nothing from that. And when I do start to get something from it, it's only like 20 cents, 50 cents. But if you go to my website, where I'm creating community, where I'm adding all of this stuff, then when I add a small $2.99 fee, something you pay for any app that you have out there, then now I don't have to wait. And that community that I'm trying to build, like I said, I don't need 5 million followers. I just need 1,000 strong community members that don't go away, that stay here and ride or die. That's what I need. So think about that. And Rodney, there are people out there who just show themselves mowing people's lawns. Set a camera up when you walk into a building and just let it run. And then after, just let it run for everything you're doing. And when you're done, just time lapse that bad boy. Speed that bad boy up and make you look like you moving 100 miles per hour. And start a page where that's all you do. You ain't got to talk to him. You ain't got to tell him nothing. Just time lapse that bad boy from begin and show all the work that you're doing. You'll have 1 million followers. You'll have everybody wanting to get you to renovate, to redo, restructure, renew, or whatever the hell else you do, just off of just posting that. It's an easy way to create content that you don't have to really do too much of nothing. Just set your phone up, put it on a charger, make sure it don't die, and just get it wide enough that it gets everything, and don't worry about it. And when you time lapse it, you don't have to worry about them hearing the things you said, because it moves so fast that it automatically mutes out the sound in the background, or it mutes out whatever you're saying. So you can still talk freely and do, be the person that you are. They just see you moving around and working. And then upload it to your website, as well as these storage sites, as I like to call them. All Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all of these sites are storage sites where they store your content. And just like if you put your stuff in a storage facility, if you don't pay, they'll throw all your stuff away. Well, Instagram and TikTok, it's not if you don't pay. YouTube, it's not if you don't pay. It's if you don't follow our rules. If we deem what you do to be unacceptable, then we will relinquish your ability to store on our site. Protect yourself. I am a firm believer in my content is mine. And I'm going to protect my content. Okay. Yeah. Listen to your wifey. That's what she there for. She ain't lying to you. And if you want, hit me up. We can do a little consultation or whatever. And I can tell you a couple of different ways that you can create some content very easily, that you don't have to really do a whole lot. And your page could be literally the exact same thing, nothing else. And I can show you some pages where all it is just this dude mowing lawns. He just going back and forth mowing lawns. Or the guy who they just set up the camera and all they do is just clean carpet. And we just sitting there watching them clean carpet. Somebody is going to watch you build some shit from start to finish. Just watch you put together a cabinet and some dresser drawers and a microwave and a lawn. I don't know what you do, but you know what I'm saying. They just sit there and watch it. And just be watching to be watching. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. She said it with a flex. I'm like at 500 or something. Love it. Yeah, at 500 or something like that. I don't know what I'm at. 503. You see me. Okay. So it's time for you don't say, and then we're gonna go get out of here. A couple of years ago, California made it so that you can't have no plastic in the state. Am I right? If I'm remembering that correctly, like in California, there's no plastic out there. Everything is either paper or you bring your own bags. Well, California is now trying to put together a bill where they would fine businesses for using paper receipts. Okay. A bill in California State Assembly takes aim at paper receipts, and if passed, the ban would ban businesses from handing customers receipts unless they specifically ask for it. In the new Skip the Slip bill, businesses would be charged up to $300 if they continue to pass out paper receipts. Phil Tin, a Democrat in San Francisco, introduced the Assembly Bill 161 and shared that his bill is an easy way to reduce paper waste in the state while addressing consumers' frustrations with excessively long receipts. They must be talking about CVS, because I have never gotten a receipt like I get from CVS where I got to fold that bitch 3 times. The bill would require stores to use electronic receipts as the default option. Stores that continue to give out printed receipts would be subject to a civil penalty of $25 per day, capping at an annual $300. $25 per day gonna happen real fast. You might as well just okay, whatever. I'm not even going. Okay. In his legislation, Ting shared that receipts generated over 300 million pounds of waste and 4 billion pounds of carbon dioxide. Ting cites study by the Environmental Working Group and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that retail workers have higher concentrations of BPA or BPS than those who do not have regular contact with receipts. Ting's Skip the Slip bill is modeled after California law, which requires plastic straws to be given in dine-in restaurants only upon request. In September of 2018, former Governor Jerry Brown made California the first state to bar full-service restaurants from automatically giving out single-use plastic straws. So, I'm okay with this. The only situation that automatically came up in my mind is racism. and how as a Black person, if somebody automatically thinks you stealing something, Black parents teach their children to always get a receipt. Always get a receipt. Always get a receipt. Always get a receipt. Even me, it'd be times where they'll be like, "Do you want the receipt?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good." And I'd be like, "Nah, I get it." You know what I mean? I automatically, I go ahead and take it just in case. Or I make sure I'm loud enough and I say something that the person at the register is going to remember me. So what you're not going to do is say, "I did not come through this register." Not, excuse me. Remember the joke I just cracked about people Bobby Boucher me on the way out? Like, do you remember me? You know what I mean? But other than that, I believe we have advanced far enough as a society where receiving a digital receipt and even having like a little storage locker or something like that in your phone where receipts automatically tabulate. There you go. Somebody who wants to start an app, there's your app for you. Create an app that when a receipt is sent to someone's phone, it automatically tabulates into this app. And you got food receipts over here, you got grocery receipts over here, miscellaneous receipts, and let a person be able to put, you know what I'm saying, let the receipts populate where they go so that a person can find them easily. If we don't have to scan the receipts anymore, if they're just going to populate to our phone, it makes no sense not to have something that does that. Then it's very easy because when the receipt come in, somewhere on it, it's going to say receipt. So populate the app or create an algorithm in the app that when it sees them words, it automatically asks, "Do you want to add this receipt?" I just came up with an app for somebody. Tell me I did it. Tell me I did it. That's why you watch this show, because I give you good ideas. I just gave somebody an idea for an app. I'm gonna call my brother and tell him. He be making apps and shit. But I'm all for this. Over in Southwest Atlanta where I live, they tried to do this thing where they was like no more plastic at the grocery stores, and Walmart automatically opted out. They was like, "Nah, we'll just pay the fine, like F it." But the Publix on Cascade Road has yet to stop giving out to give out plastic. They give you paper bags, or you need to bring your own Publix bag, but they do not give out any plastic. And I appreciate that. Like, that's them as a business trying to hold their own and continue to do good for the environment, whereas everybody else was like, "Fuck it, I just pay." And that's not cool. So, it is what it is. Y'all, we're about to go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna tell you about Spain and what they doing with women next week. But if you're looking for something fun to do, there are a couple of events that I've been posting on my page. One of those events is the Elevated Food and Wine Festival. It is coming up on April 29th. Not only will I have a booth there, yeah, like I'm there as media, so you guys can see me there as media, but I'll also have the mic in my hand and I'll be on stage as a host as well. So you guys visit Elevated Food and Wine on Instagram, or you can go find one of the pictures on my page. I've been posting it. You can get your tickets. They're also on Eventbrite. This is a legit festival, y'all. We are going to be downtown over off of Piedmont on Piedmont Park. So this is some real legit stuff. We're going to have some fun. We also have WAP Sundays coming. Make sure you check that out as well. That's on my Instagram page as well. And I'll be talking to you guys. I got some opportunities coming with that WAP Sundays because I'm going to be doing some things there as well. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Go to allhustlenofear.com as always to watch old shows, to book your interviews, to start advertising and become a sponsor, or to submit your music. All right. We're going to play you some music on the way out, and we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, and on Thursday, we talk about weeds. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to that. Here is Ill Bleed with MJ Bad on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Ew.
Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a killer with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a killer with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a killer with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. I'm an OG nigga, and I wish a nigga would run up or get done up, cause a nigga putting on for the hood. Tell the haters gotta get mine. Chop a smoke within the lunchtime. James Harden when it's clutch time. Mayweather when it's showtime. Here I come through the game with icy chain and swing. They call me Mr. Jungle like Lane. Mr. Italy to the main lane and spit flame. Pull up on the block in a Bruce Wayne. I kick two heaters like a Max Payne. I'm still a bad nigga, ain't shit changed. Mike Jack with the Mac, I make a Philippine. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a killer with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a killer with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a thriller with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. I'm on the block with the powder packs. I'm a real nigga, I don't do autographs. I'm an OG nigga, I don't never dance. I'm in the club with the 38 in my pants. I'm a #1 trap pick, signed to a lifetime contract. So much gas in the house, fuck around and get a lifetime contract. I'm Michael Jackson reincarnated. I'm a fool with the tootie, nigga. My clip will make a movie, nigga. Couple shots, turn your brain to a smoothie, nigga. Pull up on the block in a Bruce Wayne. I keep two heaters like a Max Payne. I'm still a bad nigga, ain't shit changed. Mike Jack up the Mac, I make a Philippine. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a thriller with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a thriller with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad. Moonwalking on the bricks, nigga. I'm a thriller with the stick, nigga. God ball on glitter, nigga. Bitch, I'm Michael Jackson bad.
What's up? All my truckers out there, I need y'all to be tuned in to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning. We will be in your ear, keeping you awake, making sure you don't roll over that slow ass car in front of you, or you get to your destination safely, okay? Make sure you tune in, leave them lot lizards alone, and listen to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning for 7 to 10 a.m., waking you up in the best way. All you got to do is download Hits 92.3 ATL's app in the iTunes store or the Android, Google Play, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Download it and listen. All of y'all CBD 492 Burger 495. Breaker 49. We've got a hot body on the radio right now, sounding real good, giving us orgasms. Let us go ahead and tune in right now to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Over and out.
You're tuned in to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Go over to your Play Store and download Hits 92.3. Don't want to miss your favorite show? Click that tab in the top left-hand corner and set the alarm. You'll never miss another episode. Love all of the shows and can't decide? Then scroll down and rate Hits 92.3 and also leave a message for your favorite radio personality, letting them know what an amazing job they're doing. While you're at it, go over to our Instagram page and follow us on Hits 92.3.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.